possibly, depending on how this schedule works. New addition to the Savage Sports podcast. Welcome back, Boom, aka Justin Campbell, to our Thursday night NFL football talk. Now,
The
go
man with
ahead.
the plan, the man who knows that NFL betting line. Come on.
Yes, I do. I went 4-2 last week, y'all. 4-2. Step your games up. You want to put them dimes in your pocket, maybe them dollars. Listen to me.
Hey, we got the knowledge for y'all, so we gonna spit it. That's just how it is. We gonna keep it real 100%. Savage if we got to, we can't sit there and ignore the fact that we have no filter to a certain extent. Maybe not a whole bunch of cussing, but we gonna tell you if the team suck or not. The team suck, the team suck. It's that simple. I mean, we keep it how it is. I mean, so this week there are not a lot of good matchup games. There's only one real true game of the week. The rest of them are fighting for playoff positions or at least trying to stay in the hunt as far as playoffs go or to take the lead in a division and maintain that position to get that number one, only one bye week in the NFL this year. So if we ain't mentioning y'all's team, hey, I'm sorry, man. This is how it's got to be. All right, we ain't gonna waste time talking about like Texans or necessarily Jacksonville. Yes, I'm throwing the South out there. That's how it is. They suck right now, hands down. We ain't gonna sit here and talk about the Jets. If we gonna talk about the Jets, we gonna talk about on what they actually need, which I mean we could do, but we're probably gonna skip it for another episode. Yeah, Jets are horrible, horrible right now. Coach might be horrible too with it. So they definitely do.
And you know who the Jets got coming up Sunday? They got my dogs. They got them Rams. And Ramsey, I'm calling him now. Pick six, baby. Go ahead and test him. He's taking it to the house.
Since he already brought it up, I wasn't gonna do it, but let's throw the Jets in here. All right, we're gonna go AFC East: Bills, Dolphins, Pats, Jets. But we're gonna skip at least the Patriots for right now because we already see what they're doing. Do they have a chance? And I don't see them pulling that out. But the Jets, on the other hand, the only thing they really got going for them right now is the number one overall pick, Sunshine.
Sunshine said he ain't going. Sunshine
Exactly.
said if it's going to be the Jets, he ain't coming.
Exactly. The Jets sabotaged their own team this year. That's all I got to say. You let go of your strong safety, let him go, traded him. You got rid of Le'Veon Bell, got rid of pretty much your only offensive weapon, or should have been your only offensive weapon. You're working with Flacco, Sam Darnold, and some other person. I can't even think of his name right now. Flacco, he's been gone for a minute. Ever since he left Baltimore, he disappeared off the face of the earth. I was even surprised he was still in the NFL until I looked on Sunday Night Football one time and I see him playing. I'm like, Flacco? What? The team is abysmal, point blank. You got rid of your pass rushers, you got rid of your linebackers, you got receivers that are young, but ain't nobody producing. Nobody. I mean, let's put it like this. On the defensive side, they're 30th in yards allowed, 31 in pass defense. Plus side, even though they let go of a bunch of their defensive players, they're 12th in rushing allowed. But, dude, they are not stopping anybody. Anybody.
I'm going to tell you
39th.
Cam Akers going to eat this weekend. And I'm going to tell y'all now, Cam Akers, if you got him on your fantasy team, start him. He is going to eat this weekend. He is going to eat that Jets defense up.
He should, hands down. He really should. The only plus I can even say for the Jets, honestly, is their rushing game. Somehow, which it perfectly makes sense because the receivers are not elite. They're not even necessarily average. It might have to do with the quarterback play. But they're averaging 103 yards a game rushing. It might just be the fact that it's Frank Gore back there. I don't know. Ageless wonder right there. But yeah, no, this is gonna be a prep school versus the NFL team. It's gonna be a horrible game for them.
what's going to be really horrible is I got the Rams defense and I got Jared Goff starting against you, Griff. So you better be prepared for that spanking, son.
Look, all I'm gonna say is, are the Jets pretty much throwing away their season? Yes, they are. But ain't nobody really blowing them out.
They're hanging around, right?
Yes, they hang around to the fourth quarter.
But I'll tell you this: it's Adam Gase. He's got to go, man. And I'm gonna tell you why. He even came out and publicly said that he hasn't groomed his quarterback properly. Now Darnold's not bad. I mean, I understand. I mean, he goes through, he takes his bumps. They all do, right? Even Peyton Manning took his lumps. But I mean, what kind of coach doesn't take the time to groom his young quarterback? I really don't understand that.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't know who he wanted to start though. He was throwing it up in the air like, is it going to be Darnold this week, or is it going to be the kid from Penn State, or well, we got Flacco back here. He don't know what he wanted to do. He didn't have a set quarterback.
He gets paid to make decisions, right?
Yeah, he does.
Then
He's supposed to.
Then he needs to make that decision. And this is a young quarterback who has potential. This is a big quarterback with a big arm.
Yeah. I mean, worst case scenario, if you really, really do not want Sam Darnold, there are other teams in the NFL that could literally use another quarterback to groom. In my opinion, the best place for him to actually go would be Pittsburgh, because Big Ben is not going to be there forever. He might have another year left, if even that.
If that.
Look. Pittsburgh, go get famous. Get that man some crab legs and get famous. Jameis.
Nah, we can't have famous Jameis up there, man. Jameis ain't going to fit in that system.
Why not?
Well, for one, he got goggle eyes. He got fish eyes.
Look, he got LASIK. He got the LASIK. He can see now. He knows who to throw to.
No more of this.
Apparently, he can't see now because apparently he ain't seen the game yet because Hill is still starting over top of him. Riddle me that, Batman. Riddle me that.
That's Sean Payton. Stupid. And I'm going to tell you right now, he's going to learn quick against KC. If they don't put Winston in against KC.
Can't talk about that game yet, man. That's the game of the week. You got to save him a little bit of flavor.
You're too soon, man.
My bad.
So let's go hit up one of these games that should technically be a cakewalk. First winning list, we'll stick with AFC South since I touched a little bit on it earlier with calling out Texans and the Jags, two teams that were a year or two out from being playoff contenders. Whatever happened to them, which I already know what happened to them. Short story is they traded away every single thing that they had. But Detroit and Tennessee. Yeah, that's how I feel about it too. It's just one of them things. It's like Detroit possibly without Matthew Stafford.
Possibly no, he's out.
Yeah.
He's out. He won't be playing this week.
Yep. And then the receiving core is always banged up. You still got Marvin. Yeah, Galladay's always gone. Dude has a ton of potential, though. I will say this much. If he actually stays healthy, he might pull up Michael Thomas season. Or at least close to it. But that's if he stays healthy.
That's putting a lot on it, bro.
Look, when he was healthy, though, tell me what he wasn't balling when he's healthy.
I'm not saying the man can't play, but Michael Thomas, the most catches in a single season in the history of Michael Thomas.
Hey, I'll hit them catches later
on.
Michael Thomas
that
from
same guy?
the Ohio State University. But we ain't talking college right now. I take that little soft clap. But yeah. All right, Detroit went out. They got a cornerback. They got rid of their cornerback, which they probably shouldn't have done. Got rid of a safety. Yes, Slate. I would say that's probably the dumbest thing they've ever done besides Namakasu. That and let Megatron walk because you didn't want to trade him. You took out an excellent receiver out of the NFL, and it ain't the first time Detroit has done something dumb like this. They forced Barry Sanders to retire. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself.
Greatest
of the greatest running back of all time. Debate your mama. That man was the greatest of all time and would have broke every record there was.
Hands down.
I completely agree.
If anybody has any debates on this one here, we'll bring it up like this. How long did it take Emmitt Smith to break Barry Sanders' record?
A hot minute.
He left two
17,
different teams.
18 years?
Yeah, he left and went to the Cardinals and then to another team also just to break his record, which was about another 5 years after Barry Sanders retired. Now, let Barry play for another 5 years. Emmitt Smith ain't got that record. No way close. Nowhere.
Let Barry Sanders have Emmitt Smith's line that he had in them 90s. Right?
Look.
Don't forget about the line.
Look, that would have been the NFL's first time to ever see a 3,000-yard rusher.
But you know what? If we're going to talk about Tennessee and Detroit, much as I hate to say it, Derrick Henry is going to eat. He is going to eat. I expect him to hit the 200-yard rushing mark.
That boy going to have some crab legs for dinner tonight.
Him and Jam is going to share them.
Yes, sir.
Yep. I see Tennessee winning big, fellas.
Yeah. If everybody isn't really keeping up, there is only one running back that is literally selected for the MVP race. Everybody else is a QB. Derrick Henry.
Should be too, Dalvin Cook, but whatever.
True, but yeah, I mean, you can give him up in there on top of it, but if ain't
is
nobody
he the touchdown leader?
Cook?
Yes.
I believe he is, yes. He ain't the rushing leader, though, but he's the touchdown leader.
Most certainly is the touchdown.
Yeah.
He belongs in there.
But
he carries the whole team on his back.
Derrick Henry carries the whole other team on his back, though.
Hold on now. Hold on. Tannehill to A.J. Brown's looking pretty scary, isn't it?
That's why I said Derrick Henry carries the other team on his back.
Oh, you sure did like that commercial.
Wait.
Tom.
Hey, Sam. What team was he carrying on his back? Can't hear you. You got to speak up. You muted yourself on this one.
What are we talking about? Derrick Henry?
Yeah, on the Old Spice commercial. What team was he carrying on his back?
Oh, I can't even remember.
Hey, look in the camera. What's on your hat? Be like, are you done yet?
Moving on.
Let's get this rolling.
Well, let me tell you this right here. Stafford is not going to play, and you got Chase Daniels starting at quarterback, right?
Perennial backup. I'm
pretty sure this guy's only started about 5 games in his life.
I want to say like 2 for Chicago.
He's played 67 his whole career. He's got 8 total touchdowns and 5 interceptions. Who's going to bet on that guy? I'm not.
Wait, didn't he play for the Saints too?
I don't remember. I know he's got 8 touchdowns and 5 picks. Yeah, that's it. In 67 games, that's all he's done. And that's going back to 2000. That's 10 years ago, 2010. That goes all the way back to 2010.
I think he's going to have a breakout game, man. That's all I'm saying. He's going to have a breakout game. He's going to break his interception record.
Yeah, he better, break out his skin and hope he don't have to play. Man, the Titans are going to eat him up, man. They got the number 1 rush in the NFL. We all know that. Hey, he is number 1 in all fantasy football owners' hearts, too, ain't he? Gosh, man, I thank him for them 200 yards and them touchdowns he gives me. Thanks, Derrick Henry. I appreciate that, my man. You carry fantasy football owners on your back, too. I swear you do, boy, because you carry me.
True.
But
I will say this. Granted, I'm a Tennessee Titans fan. It's a given. But they're going to beat Detroit, hands down. The only downside to my Titans are they have no pass rush whatsoever, which is going to benefit Chase Daniels. Secondly, their whole secondary is pretty much almost all no names besides Malcolm Butler and Kevin Byard. They've been going through different cornerbacks every single week and just having them start. So the secondary is a little suspect, especially if you have no pass rush to back them up. Not like the Rams on the other side of it, who have probably one of the better pass rushers in the league, probably the best, I will say. And then you still got the cornerbacks to sit there and help them out. You ain't got no pass rush. It's kind of hard for your corners to sit there and stick a receiver for 10 seconds. So Detroit, if you want a chance to win this one, which I'm not giving you the keys to the Bentley, you might want to hope that your line is blocking for Chase Daniels because he's going to need all the time in the world to get the ball down the field more than 10 yards.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'm going to go Tennessee by 21. I'm giving them 3 touchdowns.
About you, Sam?
Oh, yeah. Tennessee by 17, easily.
Hey, I'm with y'all, man. Give up them 11 points for all my handicappers out there. I went 4-2 last week. Give them 11 points up, 34-13, Tennessee. Put it down.
That's a nice pick. I like that score.
21.
Now,
my man.
Done with Detroit. Detroit's done with this season already, too. Matthew Stafford might be done after this year also. So let's go to a team that has another quarterback that might be done after this year with it. Colts versus Houston. Like I said, these games are horrible. So the picks are pretty much anything that has the playoff implications at the least bit. Indy and the Titans are tied in their division for the leader right now. Tennessee holds the lead. But if one team loses, the other team wins. That stuff is going to flip-flop all the way into pretty much last week of the season, last game. Houston and Indy. Houston, they self-destructed themselves. They lost. I mean, if they were playing blackjack and they gave them 21 in their hand, they still lost. Yeah. If anybody wants to know what I'm speaking on this one, I'm talking about DeAndre Hopkins for David Johnson. They lost that bet.
Yeah. They shot themselves in the foot. And then you got Will Fuller suspended.
Oh, God, yes.
Indy all day, especially that defense. Indy is nasty. Much love for Deshaun Watson. He does what he can, but that defense going to eat them alive. I'm going Indy by 14.
Shoot, I might have to even give them more than that one because I'm counting on Indy possibly getting a couple of turnovers, whatever it is. I mean, they try to facilitate with Watson. I mean, they try to go get them Brandon Cooks. They got Kenny Stills. I mean, all your receivers are under 6 foot almost. All of them are speedy receivers. If it was Tom Brady back there, he might be able to do something with them. But Watson's not Tom Brady. And he does not have a team around him whatsoever. So, yeah, Indy is going to destroy them. Oh, God. I'm going to give Indy 38, and I'm going to give Houston benefit of the doubt and give them 17. I think Watson's going to pull a touchdown out of his butt somewhere eventually. And J.J. Watt.
They're going to swat him a few, ain't he?
Yeah.
I'm with you, man. Brandon Cooks, you mentioned him. He's always hurt. David Johnson, since that 2016 carries, got a mediocre 476 carries, 1,700 yards, 13 touchdowns. I mean, he's not. I mean, he's been hurt, and I'll give him that. But he's not been the same player. Everybody knows that. And the Texans defense, 31st in yards allowed per game. 24th yards in pass allowed per game, and 31 in rush yards allowed the game. That ain't gonna do well against Indy. But I'm gonna tell you this: Deshaun Watson's gonna make a few plays. He's gonna make a few plays. And all of my handicappers out there, the line right now at this point on Thursday is 7.5. Indy's giving it up. Go ahead and take that. Indy, give up the points, 28-20.
All right. What's your pick, Sam?
Oh, yeah. Indy all day. I'm going to give Indy going to win by 14.
Yeah, I can see that one. For those of y'all who want to know, Houston this year, they need to do a complete rebuild. Now, Watson honestly is doing his part. When I say a rebuild, I mean pretty much everybody besides Deshaun Watson. That's pretty much it. The dude's he's close to 4,000 yards passing, so he's still making do with what he has, but there is nothing else on that team. J.J. Watt is about the only thing on the opposite side of the spectrum. So, I mean, it does no good for Houston to sit there and do it. They might as well just scrap the season and try to figure out some way. You know what? Never mind. Scratch that. There's no way in the world they should even go up to the number 1 draft pick whatsoever, even try to go get it. They don't need a quarterback. They need everything else besides a quarterback.
Offensive lineman.
Offensive lineman, defensive lineman. They need a new water
Running
boy.
back.
Definitely need a new coach. They might have to go grab the water boy and put him on the team. You know, maybe that might make a difference. I don't know. They're not what they used to be. I mean, but yeah, this is going to be in these games. So Tennessee and Indy are still going to be tied. That's how I see it. Unless Phillip Rivers becomes Phillip Rivers from San Diego and miraculously blows the game. He's not a closer, man. He's not a closer, though. But his defense.
He's been playing himself the last three games he's been playing pretty good. And so is T.Y. Hilton.
Yeah, he finally stepped up after this year. At the end of the year.
That offense, Jonathan Taylor, look at the game. 2 touchdowns, 150-plus yards last week. I mean, that's what they brought him there for, right? That's what he did at Wisconsin. He scored touchdowns, and he ran for a lot of yards. And that's what he did last week.
Yes,
that is exactly what he did. And that is going to be the key to anything that Indianapolis does is if they can get Nyheim Hines, they get him out, get him on the swing passes, get him in the screen game, get Taylor running that ball, powering it up. I'm telling you, the running backs, I think, are good enough to propel the Colts to at least the AFC Championship game.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Indy probably has, if not, the best offensive line in the NFL right now.
They are really good.
Absolutely. I mean, look, they played 13 games so far. 13 games.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Indy's only given up 15 sacks this year.
Say that for the people in the back. They didn't hear you, dog.
15 sacks in 13 games. That is barely just above 1 a game.
That's barely. Mm-hmm.
Barely. So, what, J.J. Watt, you're getting doubled. You have no choice, and you might as well just sit there and try to swat the ball. But, yes, this goes to Indy. So, let's take it down to the Florida, and we're going to go the opposite side. We're going to go the opposite side of the spectrum and go up north. So the North and the South meet as far as state representation goes. New England Patriots, Miami Dolphins. I'm not even going to say that. Y'all got this. I'm listening. I'm just listening.
You want me to hit him, Sam, or you want to take it off?
I'll take a little run at it. You know,
get it, dog.
New England has just been trash. Miami has come out of nowhere. They playing good ball. Miami is going to slaughter it this game. Big points for Tua turn the ball over. I'm going to say Miami by 28.
Ooh.
They're going to wax them. Miami going to wax them.
Ooh.
Wax them. Mr. Miyagi style, huh?
Wax on, wax on.
Maybe just a brother from down the street doing the cars real good, you know?
We
hey,
talking
I'll
about
tell you this. Who?
The new Mr. Miyagi, right? We ain't talking about Jaden Smith Miyagi, right? We talking about old Daniel Russo Miyagi, right?
If you ever listen to Jaden Smith as the Karate Kid again, me and you gonna have some problems, man. He is not the Karate. Hey, Jaden, if you are not the Karate Kid. Johnny would kick yours and Danny LaRusso's ass, okay? Excuse my language again. Donna and Ugly Buddy, my bad. But anyway, my upset pick of the week last week was these Dolphins. I told y'all what the keys to win to beat the Chiefs. And they kind of did it if you think about it. They won a turnover battle.
Yes.
They got Mahomes to turn that ball over 3 times. I mean, hey, I'm telling you, that defense be biting. They're not Dolphins. They are sharks in the water. I mean, they're really getting it.
Yes.
That team can play some defense. I mean, they come to play. Flores has got them right, you know, and Tua did protect the ball. 1 pick, I get it, first of the year. You know, he had a 31.6 QBR. I don't care if he threw for 316 yards or not. He was not efficient. That's not going to get the job done. Tua's not going to get the job done that way, you know. I mean, but it doesn't help that, you know, Devontae Parker and Gesicki, once they got injured, they was gone for the rest of the game. You didn't see him anymore.
No. But you hit it right on the nose, though, when you're talking about Miami's defense. They got the leading interception king right now as far as the NFL goes, and Xavier Howard. And not only that, teams aren't putting up points on the Dolphins. Them cats are second in the league for points given up. So, honestly, their defense came out of nowhere. Last year, I mean, like, I would say this. Every year I've seen Miami, they've at least had some nice cornerbacks. That's just one thing they have done. They had Cameron Wake for a while, who put in some work. Linebackers, but it's always been the offensive side that sucks. Tua, he's gonna do what he's gotta do. He is, but tell me how Tua's played one more game than Fitzpatrick, right?
Right.
How is Tua still behind in passing yards behind Fitzpatrick?
They're not the same quarterback.
No, Fitz has got a better arm, in my opinion. Tua, more athletic. Fitz, he makes it happen. Fitz magic, baby.
I'm saying you got to score to win, right? He's got less TDs than Fitzmagic too.
Look, you do have to score to win, of course. But I mean, they scored. How many touchdowns was Tua responsible for last week?
I want to say a couple, maybe, yeah. But he's still behind Fitzpatrick, though. Yeah.
That's fine. I understand that. That's not what I'm saying. I said they were different quarterbacks. And I tend to disagree with Sam a little bit. I mean, Tua is athletic, but, I mean, you look at Fitz, when he's in trouble, he's gone. He will, and he's not, I mean, he'll slide, of course. But, I mean, he gets that big beard in front, don't he? I mean, beard gang, you know, mine getting there. But, yo, it's not a stick, but I keep it clean, though.
Sam, where your beard at?
Hey.
I can't grow one yet, man. You got some peach fuzz down there.
He got a little bit, don't he? But what I'm saying is, though, Fitzpatrick is just a little bit. I mean, it's just as athletic as Tua. I mean, he's older and he can't move as fast as he used to, you know. But he still can get that job done inside and outside of that pocket. But that's just if Tua goes down. At this point, right? I mean, they've groomed him long enough. They brought him through the season. Fitzpatrick did his job. Now, if Tua goes down and something happens, you got a dang good quarterback that you can trust, right?
Yeah, that's true. If I was Fitzpatrick, though, I'd be like, fuck First play of the game, I'm throwing the interception just to spite y'all.
Look, it's just like Gigi said, man. We ready for dang James, so y'all let the man shine. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta let Tua shine. If he gets hurt, Fitzpatrick can come in. I still think they could do some damage in the playoffs. That defense is good enough to get them a win. It is.
Really
true.
Is. And you know, it always seems like even when Miami's bad, they've always had New England's number.
That's true. That is so true. That's been a 50-50 split. I know Justin ain't liking that because Tom Brady was there, but I've seen them knock off the Patriots a couple of years even while Brady was there.
That's true.
Well, let me say this. I'm going to go ahead and hit you up. My handicap is out there. I'm going to hit you with a Lee Corso again. Not so fast, my friend. Tom Brady was there. The Patriots dominated the Dolphins for years. They have dominated the AFC East for years. They not win it. They will win this game. Folk is going to come through with a field goal at the end. 23-21. Take New England and the points. Cam's going to come through. He's going to keep a minute. And Folk is going to kick a field goal. 23-21. You mark
prediction. It. That's a bold prediction.
There it is. Upset pick of the week. 1-2 last week.
Justin,
the dime, baby.
Justin.
Sir.
I'm going to Vegas in a couple of weeks, man. So I'm gonna have to call you, hit you up, get you drop me on these lines, man.
I got you. Might cost you, but I got you.
hey, we'll split it.
You gotta pay for these services, baby. I give you a discount though, my man. A welcome bonus, you know.
God, if you're gonna predict that upset 23-21 New England over Miami, then I will say this. If Miami does not win this, if they do not win this, you can kiss the playoffs pretty much goodbye. It's going to be hard for them to stay in that wild card race to even get in there because they're they got the Bills over top of them right now anyway, and then you got all the other teams. So it's going to be hard for them to stay in here, especially with the Colts, and then you got the Browns coming up behind Pittsburgh too. So Miami needs to win this to stay in it pretty much. If they don't,
agreed.
It's going to be ugly. Speaking of ugly, let's go to this NFC kind of battle. Who was it? The Giants that knocked off Seattle. Then Washington comes in and knocks off Pittsburgh. NFC East stepping up and being giant killers for no reason whatsoever. And now Seattle has to go to Washington football team. I ain't used to that yet.
That's tough, man.
Yeah. I still ain't used to it, but it happens. But they gotta go over to Washington and go play them. So you got Russell Wilson going against possibly one of the best defensive lines. I would probably say second defensive line in the NFL. Rams still get my nod with Aaron Donald because he's worth about two of them, whoever they got, Chase Young, Kerrigan, like whoever. But yes, Washington has a good defensive front. And it's shown every team they play, they still get sacks.
Well, look, I'll kick this off because I need this. I need the Washington. I need the Washington no names to go ahead, handle business, take the Seahawks down, and give my boys that on easy pass to the playoffs because they got the Jets. That's a simple win for the Rams. If Seattle gets knocked off, that puts the Rams in a very good playoff spot. So, you know what? I'm going Washington by 6.
All right.
I would say Washington maybe about 4 to 6 sacks maybe, but I don't think they're going to win. Don't get me wrong.
Hey,
I like Alex Smith.
We didn't think they was going to win the last couple of weeks, but they pulled it off.
God. Yeah, but Pittsburgh kind of handed them the ball over, though. They did. Their receivers were dropping everything. Like, everything. But that's beside the point. A win is a win regardless of how you put it. They still knocked off Pittsburgh.
They did, indeed.
True.
So, yeah, I mean, I like Alex Smith. Gibson's growing on me. Their running back ain't too bad. Gibson and Scary Terry, nobody's really found an answer for him yet. He still manages the ball out regardless. Even it's like Michael Thomas last year. Even though you know he's getting the ball, you still ain't stopping him.
Michael Thomas again.
All right. It's like Keenan Allen. You know Keenan Allen's going to get the ball, but you still ain't stopping him from getting the ball. Keenan Allen, as a matter of fact, got 99 catches on the year already.
Well, we'll get to Michael Thomas soon about getting the balls. When we talk about that game of the week, we'll get to him soon because I got some shit on apologies. I got some stuff to say about that.
That wasn't me.
Justin, you need to be careful, man.
Hey, that wasn't it. Don't have done on me like that.
I got you. Yeah, I see Seattle doing what they're doing. They have one of the MVP candidates going up against Washington, Russell Wilson. And Russell Wilson has a man of a child at receiver in DK Metcalf. Yes. He did go up against Ramsey. Ramsey did shut him down.
Who shut him down?
I
Say
forgot
it
his
louder
name.
for the people in the back. They didn't hear you.
I can't hear you.
He slipped a lot, man. That's all.
Hey.
It's muddy.
Where did Ramsey play his college ball at?
Miami.
Don't you ever. Griff, I will come through
say them cuss words again.
Through this computer and jab slap you.
And I will bust your asthma condition.
All right, we'll put it like this. Ramsey went to a good school, all right? He went to a great school.
Justin,
I don't know who this FSU is now.
I don't know you personally, bro, but I hope man, you my dog.
My man.
No brothers.
Fine. Ramsey went to a great school, all right? He went to a school that used to previously be known as FSU. How about that?
We coming back. All right, you gonna get me off topic. Let's stick in there. Washington. If I need you, Alex Smith, I need you. Get my Rams in a better spot.
Well, in the famous words of Hustle Man, if I may intercept. This is offense versus defense right here. An explosive offense versus a dang good defense, right?
Yes, sir.
We got the Seahawks averaging 30.2 points per game, good for third in the league,
Ooh.
and we're going against a football team that only gives up 206.3 passing yards per game. Fourth in total yards per game. You mentioned something earlier about the defensive line. I believe you mentioned the word good, right?
Great.
I don't know. I might have to go back
Great.
and check the tapes after this, but I think you said good. But if
Close
you said
enough.
great, then okay, my bad. But
Close
I think
enough.
you said good. I'm
Second
going to
in
go
NFL, in my
one further.
opinion.
I'm going to go one further. They are the best defense. And I love the Buccaneers, and I love their defensive line, and I love Aaron Donald. I think they're all good, but I'm going to tell you this. I love TJ Watt out there in Pittsburgh. This is the best defensive four in football.
All around, yes, it is. I will agree
The
on
front
that
four.
one. Yeah, I will
Sweat,
agree.
Allen, Kerrigan, Young, the defensive rookie of the year, right? Anybody argue?
Can't argue that.
Can't argue with the Buckeyes.
He will be a difference maker in this game. But I tell you what, Russell Wilson got a little bit more experience, a lot more experience. And that's what I'm going to go with in this game. I'm going to say it's going to be a little bit low scoring. The Seahawks ain't going to get as much as they think they are. That pass defense is going to play.
Yeah, I see a whole
17-7, take the Seahawks -6. 17-7, Hawks.
Okay.
Put it in the bank.
I will say Seattle. I'm going to give Seattle. They're going to do something. They're going to at least get 27 points. Washington is going to struggle to at least eclipse. I'm going to give them 13. I'm going to go, we'll say 27-13. Washington's offense isn't there yet. It's going to be on the defensive side of the ball if they get past that one because
I hope Alex Smith plays.
He will. He will. I mean, I want to see it. But, yeah, Seattle's going to get it. It's going to be a bunch of deep passes and dump offs and everything else to the running backs. The running backs are probably going to have more receiving yards than the receivers unless Lockett just breaks something like a little quick slant or Metcalf gets like one big play. But that pass rush is going to be coming, though, and Russell ain't going to sit back there and wait for him to get there. He's going to drop it off to Carson. They're going to put it over to someone else. He's got too many running backs. I lost track. Homer, DJ Dallas. Yeah, I mean, look, they
little dude from across the street. They got all kinds.
I'm that cat from across the street.
When Russell's on, he's on.
Yes.
But if he's having an off game, it's an off game. And I think defenses are now used to Russell just like they're used to Lamar. And I think Washington's got momentum. And anybody that knows ball knows momentum plays a huge key. In their last couple of weeks with good victories, I just think Washington's going to come in this game ready. I think they're going to be fully prepared, and I think it's impossible to shut Russell Wilson completely down, but I do think this Washington defense is going to step up big time.
Yep. Hey, Johnson said it. If they keep Russ in the pocket, they win. If not, they lose.
Yeah. Great point, Johnson. Great point.
But if you look, Russ has got a lot of, like he said, he's got a lot of weapons to throw to. Moore, right? Metcalf, Tyler Lockett. Come on. Lockett.
Yeah, hey, you can't forget about Hollister at the tight end, and is Olsen still playing, or did he get hurt for the season?
I believe, he's hurt. Where did he go to school again?
I don't know. Some place down in Florida. I don't know.
Nobody gives it. You know what? Yeah, them. Yeah.
Got drawn by them Tar Heels. Yeah, we don't.
Ooh, through the mud. But anyway.
Wasn't Jacksonville State.
His weapons, if he stays in that pocket, Lockett can burn you. Metcalf can get open. David Moore can get open. Yeah. I mean, that's just what they do. Their identity used to be running. This transition to Russell Wilson's arm and his legs and his ability to get the ball to those guys, in the slot and on the outside and the tight ends. This offense is built to score, and if
they have to, though, they ain't got the Legion of Boom no more.
This defense better show up, or 17-7 can turn into about 34-7 real quick.
Yes, it can. Yes, it can. So, what did you say, Sam? What was your prediction on Seattle to win? Well, you want Washington to win technically, but what's your prediction again?
My prediction is Washington gonna pull it out by 6. I think they got the momentum. I think they're playing good ball right now. I'm gonna go Washington by 6 points. We'll say we will say 21 to 13.
What's the name of their team?
The no names.
I will say this. There is no other team in the NFL that comes to play football. All right. They are a football team.
You know, people think somebody can be like, that's a basketball team right there. And they'd be like, oh, yeah, that's the football team right there. Literally.
True story. True story. So let's just hit this one up. NFC East again. Giants versus Cleveland. Cleveland's going up to the Giants. Quarterback system is all jacked up. I will say Baker Mayfield is probably heated right now. He probably still sitting at his home crying in the stand somewhere, locked outside of his own little place. Yo, they took a heartbreaker, dude. Baltimore. So Baker has to be heated. If I'm him, I'm probably second guessing what in the world I've done to make myself lose this game, or how in the world we actually lost this game besides my defense letting them run all over them the whole game, because they didn't pass on them except at the end. But Baker's been playing lights out, honestly, the last 2 games. Dude has been balling. Well, I'll tell you about last 2 to 3 games because he's done that against the Titans too, though. But he's been playing lights out. Giants, defensively, they've actually been pretty sound. So I'm thinking this is going to be a defensive game versus an offensive game too. Besides Myles Garrett on that front line, sack leader right now, I think, or he might be the sack leader. I know he's in that top 5 at least.
Yeah. Mark Neely, great point. Look out for the Browns. The Browns played a hell of a game. They gave Baltimore everything they had last week. My prediction on this game is the Browns are going to win by 10. Nick Chubb's going to get me about 2 touchdowns and he going to seal that victory in my playoff run against old Griff up there. Griff messaging me crying, I can't believe you won. His team name's What's My Name? You going to know my name, cuz.
What's my name? My mama didn't name me.
Browns by 10.
I can't finish it. If anybody wants to know what I'm talking about Boondock Saints. Not like the Saints like the movie. I'm talking about the cartoon Little Riley. When Steve Meter comes back, if anybody's ever watched that, what's my name? But hey, that show is funny.
It is a funny show.
Oh God, you got me all slipping up right now. Cleveland's gonna win it. I say they're gonna win it. Look, this is what I honestly want to see. I want to see Cleveland win it. Miss Jackson, if you're watching, possibly don't get mad at me, but I want to see the Steelers lose. I want to see the Browns actually take their own division. And it is possible. It is possible.
Very possible.
It is.
I just like upsets. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, I'm going to say this. Another mind-boggling game here. I have no idea why this game was on this schedule today. I looked at this, I said, I'd be danged. I know why it was on here again. And my prediction today is especially for one person out there. That's my friend Vanessa. Vanessa, this is for you. Okay? I got nothing good to say about the Giants at all on offense. Nothing.
Darius Slayton.
I don't care about Slayton. No. Not Shepard. No. Maybe Gallman. Maybe Gallman might be the best thing I'd have to say. But I'm going to tell you this.
It took him 4 years.
They literally rank next to last in 3 of the 4 major offensive stats. Yards per game, that's 1. Pass yards per game, that's 2. Rush yards per game, that's 3. And points per game. You ain't going to win. Vanessa, y'all are going to lose, okay? Chubb has a big day. He's not even on my team, but I'm glad I'm not playing against him because he is going to run over the Giants. It is over before it even starts. Take the Giants -6 as the line is right now today, my handicapping friends. Coming straight from the dime. Take the Browns -6. Giants.
Chad gonna eat.
Nope, they're gonna give the ball to Kareem Hunt every single time.
I got Hunt. I hope so.
Before we move to the next game, Justin, can I get your opinion, man? What is going on with the Raiders right now? San Diego leads 17-10. You know, the Raiders, they started off the season strong. What is wrong with the Raiders? Where are they going wrong?
The Raiders. Man, I think about old Berman every time I hear that, man. I'm going to miss him one day when he goes. I'm glad he's still here. But it's COVID, injuries, everything. I mean, it's the defense. They rank down in the bottom of a bunch of categories too, about 29th to 25th somewhere. I mean, I'm sure if I looked them up, you'll find them down there in the bottom of the cellar. And that's where the injuries and stuff are coming from. They got nothing right now to which, I mean,
yo, they 25th and everything.
I told you. There you go. I was just a little bit off. I told you. Hey, I told you to follow me. I be on my numbers, y'all.
Do you believe it's time for the Raiders to move on from Derek Carr? I believe it is. But do you believe that?
Yeah, man. Go get Jameis or Deshaun Watson from his Rosario, Texas.
Look,
go out there and play with Gruden, please.
If they took Jameson, understand this. If they took Jameson and never let Carr go.
Hold on, excuse me. Did you throw an N on that? Jameson?
He did.
Are we talking about Antoine Jameson from the Carolina Tar Heels now?
No, we're talking about Jameson drinking Jameson Walker. We talking about Jameson Winston.
That's what I thought it was. His name does not have an N on it.
Do not disrespect the GOAT, Griff.
Jameson. It's Jameis, son.
Do not respect national championship, Heisman Trophy winning, Jameis, famous Winston Griff. We ain't going to tolerate it.
He famous for sitting on the bench this year.
He can still get you 350 yards and 4 touchdowns right now.
What about interceptions?
He might get you 4 of those too, but you're going to be in the game.
Jameis is going to keep you in the game regardless.
Jameis is going to have you winning until he loses it for you.
Look, if he did go over there with Chucky, I will say this much. He would have the burners and get it down the field. He can get it down the field. But check this out. You have Derek Carr already on the team, right? You got Mariota that's backing up Derek Carr, right? Who got taken that same year as Mariota? Tell me.
Jameis.
You would have 3 quarterbacks that were all top 5 draft picks, all on one team that are all bust.
Let's be honest.
Mariota might be a bust, but Jameis ain't really a bust. I mean,
if you be honest.
Derek Carr should be on the bench too behind somebody. All 3 of them need to be on the bench.
Justin is a Bucs fan, correct?
Did you say the B word, Stevie?
No. Bench. Oh. Bench.
Oh.
BENH. Bench.
Justin is a Bucs fan. Now, Justin, I want you to be honest here. A lot of those interceptions Jameis threw, not only was he running for his life because he was behind the worst O-line in the NFL and he was trying to make a play, but think of how many tipped passes and drop passes those receivers had that caused a lot of those picks. Go watch.
7 of them. It was 7 of them.
Oh, yeah. That Bama bus tight end that they got.
Oh yeah, and go back and look at the some of the games, which ain't nobody going to go do that because don't nobody care, but probably me. But if you go back and look at the 3rd downs that Mike Evans was dropping, those 3rd downs are you run the ball the next play, or even a 2nd down. So you catch a 2nd down pass, right? So maybe you got a 3rd and 1, or you got a 1st and 10. You can run the ball the next play. You have that option. No, these defenses knew they had to pass. It was 3rd and long because our receivers was dropping the ball, much like the Steelers, Roz. And thank you, Deontay Johnson, because in my ESPN league, your drops helped me, and you've been out the first half, helped me stay in it. So thank you, Deontay Johnson. I appreciate that. To you, sir, I applaud.
Ray Johnson, thank you. Winston is a bust. He will be a bust.
Ray Johnson's hot.
Look, I would say this. It's not Winston's fault, all right? It's Winston's fault that he didn't get the surgery before. He was sitting there looking like the dude from The Water Boy, like, That's why he could. Sam was like, I can't keep that one in. He couldn't see straight.
I can't do y'all tonight. Just can't.
Yeah, I can't deal with that. Get on.
Fine,
Leave him
fine.
alone. I'm telling you, Jameis can start for 10 teams in the league right now.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, and the
And we
record
ain't
will
got
still be
time
the
to
same.
name them, but no.
No.
Jameis
All
is
right,
going to
then
win a Super Bowl as the quarterback before his career is over, if he gets a chance.
Yep.
He is a quarterback. He's going to be on the bench and get a participation ring like some of the other players.
No, he's going to be the player. He
Participation
is going
ring.
to be the starter.
He's gonna be on that. He's gonna be on that commercial with the dude with his like participation
All
trophy.
right. I'm tired of hearing you bash Jameis. What's the
But
next?
they won. They're the champions. They didn't lose a game all season. I'm gonna write champs on this. He gonna be like, yeah, I'm a champion. Look at this one. Oh, dude, what did you do in the Super Bowl, man? Look, I handed out so many water bottles. Ain't even funny. But
Greg Johnson, that is not true. That is not true. Jameis has thrown for the most passing yards, for the exception the year he got hurt since he got in the NFL. He has not always been home.
He did. And Eli Manning won some Super Bowls too. But you saw that dude led the NFL in interceptions. So no.
Hey, Peyton Manning, he led the NFL in interceptions. I think he
28 of them.
Exactly.
And Eli broke that.
Exactly. So did Jameis.
What's our next game, Griff? I'm about tired of you bashing on my quarterback.
Kansas City at New Orleans. Speaking of the devil, he gonna sit the bench again behind Taysom Hill. Game of the week. This is game of the week. This is the only one that's even worth being game of the week. Nothing else was really even worth game of the week. At least these two teams are actually fighting for a playoff spot. And right now, they're fighting for the bye week spot at that. So this is why this one is game of the week. This is honestly the only game that I even saw that was really, really worth mentioning on. And since how we are already bashed Jameis Winston, we ain't even gonna go that route no more. We're gonna talk about.
Can I take this real quick?
Tag it.
Kansas City's gonna win, and they're gonna win big. And here's why: because Tim Tebow 2.0 can't get the ball down to the best receiver in the league, Michael Thomas.
He could throw almost 300 last game.
Man, take that stuff somewhere else. Take it somewhere else. Taysom Hill is not a quarterback. If the Saints want to be competitive in this game, you put Winston in. If you don't put Winston in, Kansas City 31, Saints 13. Bench the running back. What's the running backs for the Saints? I can't. I'm tongue tied.
Kamara.
Bench Michael Thomas. Bench the whole Saints team except for Lutz, because Tim Tebow 2.0 ain't gonna do jack squat against this Kansas City defense. Kansas City is gonna win in a blowout, all because Sean Payton's an idiot and won't play Jameis Winston.
So I got a question real quick. What was Tebow's strong point?
His mind, sir.
Was it his mind? Or was it his running ability?
Could have been his faith, even.
All right, so if you got football, Sam, when you saying Tebow, what was his strong point? What was Tebow's strong point? Running back, pretty much playing quarterback?
A tight end playing quarterback.
So, if we're saying, or if you're saying Tim Tebow 2.0, you realize that's an upgrade, right? Which means that he had to increase on something, which therefore makes him better than Tebow.
Well, all right, I'll change it. Tim Tebow Jr. ain't going to do nothing against KC.
Justin, just so you know, Martin Neely said you need to stop. Winston will never win a Super Bowl.
Hey, Uncle Mark, Winston is going to win. I'm telling you. Famous Jameis got that name for a reason. He never lost in high school. He only lost that one in college, and he lost quite a few in Tampa. I understand that. But that man can play. Look, my man, Louis Riddick, who's going to get a GM job soon, either with the Lions or I forgot who the other team was, but I hope he gets, because I like watching him. That's my dog on ESPN. Louis Riddick going to get a GM job. Good job, my man. I'm shouting you out. But he knows, Greeny knows, they all know Jameis has got it. That boy can play some football. That boy can throw the ball.
Mm-hmm.
He might play for the other team every now and then. But I tell you what, I truly do not believe that anybody on that football field wants to win more than that man. There's nobody on the foot. Does anybody remember the Tebow speech? I don't, because I am not a weak chomper fan either.
Like, I don't hit that one right here.
Does anybody remember? Does anybody remember? Yeah. No. I'm talking about the one he did in Florida. He was like, nobody will work harder and all that other than I will and all this stuff. I'm telling you, that's how people.
The dude is 25 with a dad bod.
So what?
He ain't working hard at nothing.
You know what, Justin? You know
what you mean?
Griff trying to interrupt this beautiful thing you doing.
Go ahead. I apologize, Justin. I apologize.
That's okay. He was trying to intercept, wasn't he?
I remember the speech you talking about. We ain't leaving without a victory. We ain't leaving. We some dogs. And if we gonna do it then, we gonna do it big.
You should ask me Baker said last week too until Baltimore came down.
They went into Death Valley, the pretend Death Valley, Dabo, Clemson, and they smoked them.
Did it big, didn't they?
Did it big.
It's on there. Let's get off Jameis for now. Let's bring this back. Let's get off Jameis.
Fine. Let's talk about this MVP.
I hope Drew Brees don't play. I hope Drew Brees don't play.
He ain't playing. He's still injured reserve.
Well, like I said, they saying he's got a chance and all this. I just think he needs to go ahead and sit out to the playoffs if he's going to come back. If not, I'm sorry. I mean, Taysom Hill might not be able to throw a touchdown too much. Taysom Hill's, hey, come on. 200 plus yards. He's a Jalen Hurts too, right? Those guys are almost the same player, right? But Jalen, I give the passing edge to Jalen Hurts.
Yeah,
for sure.
All right.
I mean, you know,
Jalen,
they're gonna ride him down on their legs, though, ain't they? I mean, not saying they can't throw the ball while using their legs, running out, you know, sprinting out to the right, left, and you know, run pass option, you know, RPOs and all that stuff. I mean, that's what they do. That's what they're built for. Those guys are built
Jackson
for that
stuff.
Hey, that's what they're built for, right? Taysom, they have adapted that. They have adapted that system right there, and adapted it to Taysom Hill, and Kamara's going to be a difference maker in this game. I can't.
Hold on. It flipped on me. I gotta get it for you, man. Hold up. I got this before you, Justin. Just keep going, man.
Well, I'm just saying Kamara going to be a difference maker in this game. I mean, I know the Chiefs are going to. I really can't read it, dog. You're going to have to tell me that.
There we go.
He's a complete player. Just tell me what it is.
He said he is a complete player. He will complete passes to his players and just as many to the opposing team.
Well, we said we was complete, didn't we? But I tell you what ain't complete, and I ain't completely full of, you know what? He's going to get him one. He's going to get his chance, and he's going to turn the team around. He's going to get him one. I just pray it's not the Jets.
Yeah.
But anyway, Kamara is going to be the difference maker in this game. I think the Chiefs come down a little bit from their high. They're rolling. They're rocking. Saints is going to get them 28-24.
No, I got to disagree, Justin. I got to disagree.
It happens. But I got Kelsey.
As long as Hill is behind center, there's no way the Saints will beat Kansas City.
There's a little bit of biasness coming from you, Sam, about Taysom Hill for some reason.
Look, it's not bias. I'm being real. I don't care if Jameis Winston's the backup or not. All right, let's pretend Jameis is not the backup. Taysom Hill is not a quarterback. He is a tight end playing.
True. All right, I will give you that one. Yeah, he cut out again. Facebook blocked him out. They normally do it once he starts talking about some stuff that's off the wall every once in a while.
Y'all got me yet?
Yeah, we got it.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Taysom Hill is not an NFL caliber quarterback. I respect his game. He is a very good athlete, but he belongs in the tight end spot.
Look, I would say this much. This is what I like about Taysom Hill. Remember Mike Allstott, right? Just a beast for no reason, right? beast for no reason. Now, don't judge me on a complete comparison because it's two different positions. But if we had to put Mike Allstott at quarterback, Taysom Hill will be that dude.
No.
As far as running people over,
you flipping kidding me?
And I want to Ty Bass. Shout out to Ty Bass. Y'all will never hear me shout out Ty Bass because he kind of mentally handicapped. Anyway, Ty Bass is my brother. I love him to death. We worked.
What up, Ty Bass?
Ty Bass said that offense is pathetic without Breeze, and he's right. He's right.
All right, look, here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to go the Saints. They're actually going to win this, but they're going to beat the Chiefs. This is how I'm rolling with it.
There you go, Steve.
This is how I'm rolling with it. I'm going to tell you why right now.
There you go, Steve.
Everything you said, Sam, leads me to this feeling. This is right here, just right in here.
Just
you know what I'm saying?
all up in you. All in you, jejune them, you know?
Yeah. I just feel it, just. So, you saying Taysom can't pass, right? Can't pass, right? That's a good thing for him in this game because the Chiefs have the 14th ranked pass defense. Now, what's going to bite you in the foot? What's going to bite you in the foot is all Taysom Hill can do is run, huh? But the Chiefs have the 26th ranked run defense. Eat a W.
Hit him with some numbers.
W.
WA, numbers with attitude right there.
Andy Reid, stack the box, and make Taysom Hill beat you deep. He can't do it.
I ain't got to worry about it. They can't stop the run.
They have trouble stopping the run. Okay, if he can't do it, he can take off, right? He'll get you 9 or 10 yards, maybe. 7 to 10 yards. He's good for, right?
Yeah.
On a drop back, and the defense does a thing, and he's going to get you 7 yards if you're in the zone.
If I'm Andy Reid, I'm setting the box. I'm setting an 8-man front, and I'm going to make Taysom beat me deep.
Don't blitz.
No, don't blitz, but I'm gonna make him beat me. I'm gonna make him beat me by throwing deep, which we know he cannot do. That's
fine. He ain't got to throw deep. All you got to do is throw a jump ball to Michael Thomas, and it's still gonna be a completion.
Don't. Let's don't sleep on Cam Jordan and the Saints defense either.
Yeah, Ty Bass, 100% correct. He just commented one-dimensional is easier to defend. Chiefs have to focus on the run. 100%.
Look, you can say that all you want, but my point being is Cleveland only had to focus on the run, and look what happened to them.
But that's Baltimore.
It don't make a difference. Lamar Jackson couldn't even stand up in the pocket. The dude was falling down every other play, and they still couldn't stop him. Hey, I ain't saying Hill is Lamar Jackson, don't get me wrong, but
mad respect for Lamar having to go take a dookie and coming back out and throwing a touchdown.
If
I find out he pulled a Paul Pierce, I'm gonna go up to Baltimore and get him a man.
Hey, I know that.
He pulled a Paul Pierce for real. Y'all think he did that? The way he was running was kind of funny though. His legs was.
I know that run. I know that run.
We all know that run, don't we?
Look, they said he had cramps probably in there getting the IV. He came out the locker room prancing like he was still running on the field from them. He didn't have no cramps.
You're right, Vanessa. He was cramping. He had them dookie cramps. He had to.
Well, let me say this. I heard a comment. I believe Ty Bass said a comment earlier. I believe he said that without Drew Brees, Saints really ain't that good or something. Was that? I heard that, right?
Yeah.
What about Teddy Bridgewater? What'd he do when Drew Brees was gone?
Managed the game.
That's Teddy.
What's Taysom Hill's record?
But who is Taysom? Who has Taysom played against? The Falcons twice, right? We all know Atlanta sucks.
Boston,
That's
Denver.
A rivalry. You can never underestimate a rivalry game.
Denver's
never underestimate a rivalry game.
You tell about that, Justin. You tell them about them rivalry games. Tell them what happened.
You never underestimate a rivalry game. And never underestimate. These are NFL players. He's still doing this against NFL players. He's doing this against NFL defenses. Okay, yes, some are worse than others. We get it.
He trying to be shocking in them players, man. Don't even lie.
The Falcons are trash and the Broncos are trash.
He trying to be shocking in them.
The Eagles, 49ers. Oh, he played against 49ers. The
Eagles trash too.
The Eagles.
They did beat them.
The Eagles are not. The Eagles ain't bad on D. They get to the quarterback. They like second or third in sacks. 30, 35 sacks.
They're still in a division that does not have a team that is over about 500.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I understand they lost to the Eagles. I get that. But what I'm saying is to me that's a quality defense. I was proving the point of a quality defense in the Eagles. Yeah. And they maybe Eagles shouldn't have won that game, but they did. Not hey, props to Jalen Hurts. He did his thing. He sure did. He came out there and played. Carson, see ya.
He gone.
Wouldn't want to be. You are on your. They get the snowballs and get ready to throw them at you.
Look, I think Carson Wentz should go to the Saints and play their quarterback. Carson Wentz needs to go down to the Saints and be the quarterback. Send Jameson somewhere else.
Carson Wentz is still a good quarterback. I mean, everybody was just on his jock a year or two ago. And, I know he got hurt and things like that. I know Nick Foles, won the Super Bowl. God, that. Doug and Ty loves that.
Ty Bass said, quit acting like they beat a good team. Saints with an all right quarterback is a Super Bowl contender. With Hill, yes, they are a joke.
That's a lie.
You asked Ty Bass, is the total QBR of 106.6 pretty good or is that terrible? A 72% completion ratio, is that good or is that terrible?
Did nobody watch the Saints play the Broncos? I know I didn't even make it through it. I went to sleep. That damn game was so boring.
I just want you to answer the question. Is a 72% passer rating terrible?
But when you throw the ball 3 yards.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. It's a 72% percentage passing. That's his completion percentage. Is that terrible? No. Is a 106.6 total QBR rating overall terrible? No.
Yes, it is.
Oh, man.
All right, last one. I'll go on for Winston. Hector Alfaro says send him to Chicago. He'll have a good receiver.
Winston, Chicago?
Yes.
Good fit.
I say don't forget about Taysom Hill's 400 rushing yards and 5 touchdowns rushing too. Don't forget about those either. Don't forget about them.
Colts win. I mean, not Colts, but Saints win. All right, Saints are going to beat the Chiefs. It's going to be by 3. Field goal at the end of the game.
Chiefs in a blowout, 31-13 KC.
No, but I'm gonna write you down for that one. I'm putting you in the books on that one. 30-13, right?
Money. Let's put the money where the mouth is.
You about to lose your money anyway in my league, so what's the matter?
I'm in. I'm the handicapper of the show. I'm in, dog. I got 500 on it.
Justin, what's your odds on Sam beating me?
You want over, under? You want what you want?
Let's go over, under.
Out of how many games?
No, I'm talking about our fantasy right now. What's your odds of him beating me? Because I don't see it happening.
He probably 2-1.
Me 2-1 or him 2-1?
I mean, I think you the favorite in this game.
Oh no. No, Justin, I'm the favorite.
I'm not talking about what Yahoo says. I'm talking about what the dime go with.
Let me tell you what I got.
I'm the dime, baby.
Let me tell you what I got going, Justin. We got Jared Goff starting at quarterback against the Jets. We got Calvin Ridley. We got Stephon the Man Diggs. We got Adam Thielen. We got Nick Chubb starting. We got Melvin Gordon starting. We got Hunter Henry. He's already got 4 targets, 4 receptions, 46 yards, and a touchdown. I got Higgins from Cincinnati
12 points.
And who's my defense? The Los Angeles Rams. And who do they play? The Jets. Not to mention my linebacker is D. Leonard from the Indianapolis Colts and Boswell kicking field goals. Right now, Yahoo has me winning 148 to 135.
I haven't had nobody play yet.
All right, so why don't you put a poll right now? All the viewers out there, put a poll and vote. Who is going to win this matchup? Put your poll on the podcast, right? Maybe not right now, maybe when the show over. Put it on there, the poll. Who is going to win this? Thanos or what's my name?
What's my name?
Hey, what Thanos do?
Look, I'll say this. I ain't even got to worry about the rest of it. You know
He's
what?
dust.
Sam called off his whole team to you. I ain't got to call off my whole team. All I'm going to say is I got Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. I will.
Hey,
MVP,
bro,
Aaron Rodgers,
I
MVP.
will.
you better hope Christian McCaffrey stays hurt, because if they cleared him for this weekend, Daddy's putting him in there with Chubb.
I can say the same thing about Mostert. If he's healthy, you lost 2.
Come on, Jeff Wilson. I picked you up, baby. Let's go.
You know what? Justin, you supposed to be on my side. Justin, look, you supposed to be on my side, baby.
Only
talking
on,
stats
I believe
right now.
only on that, though. we disagree in a lot of other things, I believe. I don't know you, man.
we
No,
talking
I'm a
stats and women right now, all right? That's different. We talking stats and women right now. That's different. That's completely different. FSU can go somewhere else right now.
You know I'm a no. That's all you need to know I'm right.
How many you got on your team?
Hey, I know.
Knows?
Yeah,
I got Ramsey.
on your defense.
Yeah, I got Ramsey.
So y'all know he counted Ramsey being on that whole defense. Hey, I feel you though. Hey, you get one of these, brother. I feel you. Go ahead. He got you. He really did get you there. He did.
Hey,
All right, I'll let you out now.
who does Pittsburgh play this weekend?
Pittsburgh? Oh, man, let me get you Pittsburgh real fast. I don't think they play anybody that's even worth it, honestly. Pittsburgh.
Say it one more time. The fans in the back didn't hear you.
Pittsburgh plays the Bengals.
There you go.
They play the
Bungalows.
Bengals.
I'm
The
gonna give
Joe
y'all a
Burrows
I'm gonna give
Bengals.
I'm gonna give y'all a toss out there, a toss-up freebie game. Bengals by 3.
Whoa, that's
Pittsburgh-
your
Pittsburgh.
upset of the week.
Pittsburgh's been exposed. The Bengals gonna pull it out.
At least said the Giants beating the Browns. I mean,
Debate you, mama.
or like the Eagles beating the Cardinals. I mean, God, you couldn't even take in the Bears beating the Vikings.
Nah, I'm kidding.
I hope so.
Scott Belcher's watching tonight, and he's a Navy buddy of mine. We do core school together. I had to mess with him a little bit.
Right.
Appreciate your service, man.
Hey, gotta love it. Can't argue with the service.
You gotta love the troops, you know.
Yeah, Pittsburgh can't go down on like 2 losses back to back. I don't see it happening regardless, especially.
Ooh, Griff, Hunter
just
Henry
did.
getting them yards. Yards. Griff, go ahead and
3,
go ahead and Venmo all that money to me. I'm winning this league.
If I don't win, I'm sending it to Justin.
I'll split it with you, Justin.
Hey, cause I'm in them other semifinals over there, ain't I?
Yeah.
Don't sleep on the dime over here, baby. Don't sleep on me. I got Kyler Murray gonna have a big game this week. DeAndre Hopkins, they gonna get it in. 1-2 combo right there. Murray gonna get them legs. Turn it again, give me about 50, 60 rushing. I'm telling you.
True. Well, before we wrap this up, any spreads, man, that you want to hit on before we bounce?
Hey, I just want to make sure y'all got the ones that I already told you. If you wasn't listening, hey, I'm going to recap it for you here real quick. I'm going to say it loud, and I'm going to say it real proud. Take the Titans -11. All right. Take Indy -7.5. Do this right now because them lines are going to change. Everybody listening to me.
Sam, you going to Vegas, you better take down these notes.
Take down these notes, Sam. Write it down. Do it all, baby. Hey, take New England +1.5. Remember, Folk, field goal, 23-21. They're going to win by 2. Take Seattle, -6. I love the front four at Washington. But you know what? Russell, a little bit too much. Seattle, -6. Of course, Vanessa, the Giants are going to get smashed because y'all stink. Cleveland, -6, big. And New Orleans, +3. Take it to the bank, baby. That's from the dime.
If your Giants are going to upset them, I got your back.
Justin, Justin,
Yes, sir.
you done caused Griff to have to sleep on the couch tonight now, right?
I got a bad back and
Yeah.
everything, man. Come on now.
Hey, all you want is 150,000,
True, true, true. Hey, but I mean that pretty much wraps it up. I mean, rest of these games suck. Stay tuned. We'll hit you up a little bit of the NFC numbers next week and everything as far as like some of their stats go. But definitely towards the end of the season, right before that little lull in the playoffs, we're gonna hit you up with some complete knowledge on all the AFC teams and all the NFC teams. What's good, what's bad about them, what they need, what they possibly don't need. All right, like Jets, they need a whole team. Texans, everybody
And a
but
coach.
and a coach and a well, both of those teams need coaches.
Yeah.
So, so we're gonna dig down deep in there. So whoever likes whatever team, just hey, stay tuned, and we got y'all. I mean, it is what it is. So until then, just thanks for joining again. Hopefully, we'll see you on next Thursday, possibly for Wednesday on some college stuff for some of those that are interested still in the college part of it. Playoffs are kicking in on those, and we got y'all on the recap on Sunday too. So, Sam.
Yes, yes. Do not forget, you can find us on iTunes. You can find us on Spotify. We are on YouTube. Of course, our Facebook Lives are posted. We go live every Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday night. Uh, Appreciate everybody who's tuned in tonight. We really, from the bottom of our hearts, appreciate the support. Share with your friends. Tell them about us. Let them know, hey, we just got a couple of guys that love talking football. That's all we are. We ain't experts. We ain't ESPN analysis. We just love the game of football.
What's this we?
You don't love football?
No, I'm talking about the we ain't experts. I'm an expert in this stuff. All right, this is what I do. This is what I do.
That's what I do.
Crab case all day.
Share, tell your friends. Again, if you missed it, you guys got long drives coming up for Christmas. Going to see family. iTunes, Spotify. Give us that listen. Give us that shout out. Give us that support. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. Thanks to all who tuned in tonight. And don't forget this Sunday, our recap of the whole weekend. Hey, we got a big college weekend. We got to recap. Playoffs could get flipped all crazy with a couple of losses. So thank each and every one of y'all, and you guys have a great night.
Everybody have a good night. Just, again, appreciate coming on. We'll see you on Thursday. It's not an option.
Hey, in the famous words of Pamela James, bro, peace.